Good day, everybody. Rob here, WestPacificWeather.com, and it's currently the 13th of November, 2010, approximately 0900 Japan Standard Time. It's right around 00 Zulu for those of you worldwide. And big topic of concern today is Tropical Depression now, 18 Whiskey, or the 18th storm of the system down in here. And extending off from that is a stationary front extending off to the northeast, bringing some cloudy conditions throughout much of Honshu today, some precipitation down in Kyushu and much of the Ryukyu Islands. Also going to be seeing some thunderstorms later on today, and we were expecting this stationary front to actually basically bring this overall depression to the north and eventually off to the northeast here over Taiwan, but it looks like it actually might start leaving it behind here. The center of circulation is remaining relatively stationary now, and if we zoom in on this picture, you can kind of see the center of the circulation relatively stationary. Yes, it is getting sheared off to the north, and it kind of looks like it is moving north, but that's mainly new convection forming off in this region up in here. But the overall circulation remains relatively in this entire region right in here. Now, the system is expected to move slowly towards the west per JTWC, and also JMA also has the system moving towards the west, mainly due to lower level winds. I know yesterday I showed the upper level winds actually taking it off to the northeast. Well, that's really just shearing it, but the low level winds where this warm core is actually located really is moving to the west, shown on the streamline analysis here, which shows the overall wind flow moving towards the west with the easterlies here around the Westpac eye out here. That's what's really the dominating force rate in this entire region. I did show the upper level winds yesterday, which is shown here, which would bring it off to the northeast, but instead though, this low level winds is going to be the driving force, bringing it towards the west instead though. But there is a lot of shear in this storm, and it really did starting to survive this shear a little more so than originally expected, being able to maintain its convection near the core here. Still, I have about 25 to 30 knots of sustained winds throughout this entire system, about 10-foot seas in there per JTWC. JMA also warning on this system as well as a tropical depression, also showing it moving towards the west per their map. But here's the warning from JTWC, showing warning number 1 of 18W here, max sustained winds 25 knots with gusts up to 30 knots. Looking at landfall by already tomorrow morning at about 17Z here to the southeast of Hue, Vietnam. And as we all know, Vietnam really suffering this season from monsoonal rains mainly throughout this entire region. So any sort of massive amount of precipitation making landfall in this region really is going to be a crippling effect, possible landslides throughout the mountainous areas in this entire region. So definitely a system we still need to watch. It doesn't look like it's going to get any stronger than a weak tropical depression. Might possibly make it up to tropical storm strength if this shear lets off a little bit to the north, but it doesn't look at that at that moment. So right now though, look at landfall about 25, gusting up to 35 knots. So wind definitely not going to be an issue. No storm surge, just mainly the massive amount of rainfall that associated with it. None of that though, showing the microwave imagery here. This red in here is showing very heavy precipitation basically on the eastern periphery, but also noting in this microwave imagery, you can kind of see the center of circulation here. You see some weak banding right in here, and also some banding along the southern periphery, but this is showing that center of circulation right in this region. So that's why the system is being warned on instead of, and also the reason why most of the shear is taken off to the northeast, but that center of circulation is still remaining well south of the shear and about 5 to 10 knots vertical wind shear. That's really keeping it alive and also taking it towards the west with that low level wind flow. And also the other thing we kind of forgot to miss yesterday is that basically the overall influence of the west, the subtropical ridge throughout this entire region. The system really is going to stay south of that if it does not get caught up in that stationary front off to the northeast. So definitely going to remain south of that, move off towards the west here. Right now, currently showing on this surface analysis here from Penn State, not really any reports of precipitation quite yet. Some rain showers actually right on the coast of Vietnam here. Expecting that to really pick up pretty heavy by this evening, overnight tonight. Start to see these rain showers setting, and should end by tomorrow afternoon into evening time as the system starts to move inland and rapidly dissipates. So overall, good news for Taiwan and the Philippines here, but still going to be seeing some precipitations in those countries today associated with the stationary front, some moisture coming off of this depression. And also in the Philippines, still got this easterly flow with this monsoonal rains here. And actually a pretty big area of disturbed weather kind of forming up in the last few hours heading towards Luzon. So really going to be seeing some enhancement in those afternoon thunderstorms today, especially in the Manila metropolitan area. Likely going to be seeing some heavy rain showers in that region by this afternoon, as well as this system moves towards the west here. But overall though, not really too much expected out of this depression though. We're definitely going to be seeing that rain showers. But That will be all for today, everybody. Thank you for listening to westernpacificweather.com. If you have any questions or comments, as usual, email them to me or put them to the Facebook or the shout box to the right if you are watching this on westernpacificweather.com. Also, you can post a comment on YouTube. And also, for me to have a discussion on this storm, if you don't want to talk to me or if you just want a second opinion, go to storm2k.org. There's a thread on the storm there as well. So that's all for today, everybody. Have a great day, and I will likely have another update by this evening on the storm. So, all right, bye.